One of the fundamental things you've got to be able to do if you're going to go close a real estate deal is you got to be able to assess property value. Now, you're never going to know exactly what a property is worth until it's tested on the market. That's just how it is. I don't care how good you are. I know the values in my area, and I know the value is pretty good in certain neighborhoods, but you never know what the market is going to pay in any given moment until you've got a buyer in that given moment, right? So how do you know what a property's worth, especially if you're just getting started and you're like, because I just said, like, even for me, I don't always know, or I can't exactly know. So if you're getting started, like, or if you're going to a new market, like, how the heck do you know what values are? And most people are going to look at a deal and they're going to say, okay, like, I think full market retail value after it's all rebuilt is going to be this. Well, there's like 100 variables there, so that's good luck with that math problem. Hope you get that one right. And then I'm going to be this percentage of this, and then minus this fee, and then that's not the way I do it. Okay, the way I do it, the way I recommend most people do it. When you're trying to get a wholesale deal, okay, you get the property information, you look up the comps, and you assess what properties, what the range is for that neighborhood, okay? So if I got a house in a neighborhood in Detroit, I draw a map around, or maybe in some software, Zillow, whatever, you can actually manually do it, or if you're just looking, you have to just kind of in your mind think, okay, just that neighborhood I want to look at first. What are those selling for? What's the bottom of the range? What's the top of the range? Now, what's the difference between the bottom of the range and the top of the range? So for example, bottom of the range is 100 grand and it's a shack. Top of the range is 200 grand and it's fully remodeled, okay? Middle of the range is 150. Those are just kind of clean houses, probably haven't been updated in 20 years, but they're good, move-in ready, whatever, okay? This number's just for example. So I get a lead in this neighborhood and I'm looking. Now I get the property info, so I've got the information, okay? Now I look at the range and I say, okay, houses are selling between $100,000 for shacks that are crap and need to be torn down, or they're selling for $200,000 if they're fully remodeled. My property, based on the condition, it like needs some work, but it's pretty much livable. It's just like, you know, could definitely use paint, carpet, some stuff. I think I would slot it at about 130. Okay, well then I could probably definitely sell it on the market for 120. Okay, based on that, maybe I need to be at 100 is where I could sell that to an investor, because they're gonna be like, heck yeah, that's a good deal at 100. I could buy a shack for 100. This one's actually a pretty decent deal. But I want to make 20 grand on this deal, so I'm going to offer 60, not 80, 60, okay? So that I have 20 grand to come up and make the deal at 80. And if they take the 60, then I make 40. That's basically how it works, okay? It's that simple. I know I'm just using numbers there, but go back through the steps, get the property information, pull up the neighborhood, look at the comps. What's the low? What's the high? And then where would I slot my property in there, okay? And also look at kind of like how quickly those properties seem to be selling for. If they're all kind of selling for, you know, 30 to 45 days, and you might see one, you're like, oh, this one took forever to sell, oh, because they had it priced high or whatever. So when you start looking at comps, it's very eye-opening when you do it this way. But slot yours where it would be, and then think, okay, but I wouldn't want to wait 30 days. I'd want it to sell like that, so it'd be a little bit less than that. Okay, and then that's what the person I'm going to sell it to, they're going to sell it for. So they've got to get it for $20,000, $30,000 less than that. And now I want to make $20,000. So all of those are getting deducted from your starting price, which is where you slotted the property that you think it would sell quickly for on the MLS. I hope that helps, guys. I've got a whole bunch more videos and stuff. Check them out. Let me know what you think. Post your comments, questions, whatever. And I love getting DMs. I love helping out. And I usually put on a live webinar once a week, once every couple weeks. So when those open up, definitely you can usually go to www.fliphackingrealestate.com and sign up for the next live webinar.